Yo, 420 kids live direct in effect, Oklahoma City, bound to D-Town. Knowledge is key, dirty Mackin. What's happening? Salute God body.
God,
Man.
body.
In today's episode, we got Bryshere Gray sues Will Smith and Diddy for $50 million for sexual assault. I guess the man is getting in on the action as well. What's going on? God body. Is we in the Emmett Till days still? You hear me? We still in the Emmett Till days where they're painting narratives of black men being monsters. Oh, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now. Let's go into this video article real quick.
He is on his fourth lawsuit for abuse, assault, among other things in the past recent weeks, and there have been blind items and rumors that he has abused and assaulted men as well. Here is a new blind item. I suspect the soon-to-step forward male victim of SA by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so. And again, this is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs.
You being a part of Bad Boy at one point, how do you feel about these lawsuits accusing Diddy of abuse? What do you think about that? You knowing Diddy, do you think he's capable of doing that, man?
It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him.
Y'all, I swear, it's starting to look like we're never going to get through this Surviving Diddy series because more and more people are still coming out to speak on Diddy, and Bryshere Gray just joined that list because word on the streets is that he is allegedly filing a $50 million lawsuit against Diddy and Will Smith for allegedly SAing him. But that's not all, because the streets are now saying that Diddy allegedly also SA'd rapper YK Osiris, and Chili, this drama just got more insane than you could ever imagine.
Cause y'all always talking about these rappers, always talking about and giving y'all all these stupid talks. Oh, this God bless it, what God wants you to do. No, this is not what God wants you to do. You go through all this shit. The devil give you all this money. Go through all this shit to destroy yourself.
Y'all, the Surviving Diddy era is in full swing, and we're starting to hear more and more revelations that have us shook to the core. Diddy has been getting hit with lawsuits left and right, and there were speculations that more people would come forward and expose him for doing some bad things to them. And it looks like those speculations were right, because actor Bryshere Gray and rapper YK Osiris are coming out to expose Diddy for allegedly
Tell me about it, God, buddy. Hey, man, I can see the women, but the men, come on, man. Jeez.
I see it. Yeah, I see clearly what's going on. I mean, she keeps saying the word SA, so it's clear that all this is done. So you can't even defend yourself with words. You can't even speak and tell what's going on with you nowadays. I mean, literally, if you want to speak and say something that happened, it's not even a politically correct way of saying it, because somebody wants to take away words and say what a person did. You have to literally say SA, and I agree with you. Shout out to whoever created the video. But yeah, man, he looked like a Tucci Bandit on the picture. When I seen the album cover with him back on the third, bro, he looked like a bandit. I mean, he looked like, but I don't know, man. We gonna get this. It's a long podcast. We got a long way to go. However, I'm gonna say this: Diddy is not the worst out there. It is a lot of other people that you should be able to put on Front Street like that. But now I say with him, you got to watch what words you say. You can't say that these is men that, you know what I'm saying, even some little boys, but yeah, so many politically correct ways God body. But man, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about it?
The men especially, man, the fact is, could it be that they're homosexual? Even the young boy.
You better not
That
say
could
that.
be possibly.
You can't say
That could be possible that they're homosexual. And then the man, he just said the devil give you all this money. Now we got to pay attention to these words. This is a classic case of prostitution. You hear me? He got the money on the floor. You hear me? Money on the wood. You looking at this and you said yes. You could have said no. If he strong arm you, had some bodyguards strong arm you, now that's sexual to me. But I don't know, man.
That's SA right there. That's SA.
That's SA right there. So it's crazy. Even with the women. Cassie claiming, oh, he had me doing freak Nick parties. She said, in order for me to get my music out there, I had to do Freaknik parties. So he didn't force you to do it. You were trying to get your music out there, and it's understandable. Your career. This is a very famous music mogul. You hear me? So it's understandable you did what you did. But you're saying that he forced you and you know, drugged you, and you know, everybody know Hollywood is drugged out. Everybody in Hollywood drugged out, junkied out. They ain't nothing but J's. They just got money. You know what I'm saying? So what do junkies do in relationships? It's domestics. They fighting. You hear me? They stay fighting. Yeah. So he beat me. You could have left. Same to the men now. Come on, man. Now men is acting like women nowadays. You hear me? They're literally chopping off their male organs and becoming women. So this is very startling to see the men. You know, hey, I say, hey, let them. Why not let the ladies get all the action? You hear me? Bryshere Gray. This is the cat off her Empire, man. What was his name on Empire?
Bryshere Gray. I thought that's what they said.
What was his name on Empire though? Hakeem.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's how you got on Empire, bro.
You got twisted up like a pretzel.
Yeah, twisted up like a pretzel. So they be sending me some acting little stuff. Fill out the virtual. I don't want to do none of that shit. Hey, man,
you gotta be willing to put them legs behind your head. Hey man, it's crazy. Even like, hey, for even Cassidy and the women though, bro, there is no to me it ain't none of. If you're an adult, this is where, you know, the adults, whether it be religion, whether it be whatever, we got to stop the ideology. Because if you idolize celebrities and you let R. Kelly or P. Diddy or Harvey Weinstein, if you let these people groom your child, and then you turn around and say, oh, they did this to my child. No, you know, the parents need to start going to. End of the day, but system really doesn't care about the situations. But however, even in Cassie's case, you could be around a woman where she with her man, and some of, you know, she started believing she a swinger too. You know, she said he made her have sex with porn stars and all this. Like, yeah, you know, some dudes who Adam 22. You know, hey, he's a prime example. He's married. He let a porn star back. The porn star went out and said, yeah, man, I told his wife out the frame. He ain't never repped it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, so these things, hey,
he was bad because he abused the non-disclosure agreement. You were not supposed to say anything about this.
Bro, I gotta brag now. Hey, you can't give a man that type of one up on you, bro. You let a man come in your house. You know, any of the fellas out there.
You want to fuck my wife? No, I can fuck your wife.
Hey, there you go.
The hell, absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who gonna say yeah?
But is this not a homosexual act? He wasn't worried about his wife the whole time. He looking at the porn star.
That's what he is. That's the
obvious.
Truth. That's the truth of the matter. That's the part that's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to discuss. Yeah, bro, it might be a man. So if you're a woman and you choose to say, yeah, I want to sleep with this porn star, how you gonna turn around and blame your husband?
I gotta watch though. I want to watch. You want to watch somebody screw your wife?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So he's a pervert. He's definitely an overt pervert. But how does this woman, or even some of these men that's grown, turn around and say, yeah, man, I glorify P. Diddy. That's what you heard his partner say, man. That's what come along with power. That's what come along with arrogance. So if you know a person is powerful and they arrogant, and they gonna say, I'm an ass man. You know what I'm saying? if this is their speech, they come with arrogance and they come with power. They got money, and you all in because you're like, hey, that's P. Diddy. This is why, I don't shout out to the people that are believers in any system. But this is the point where we got to realize in this world that all these systems are the same. God is an interior thing that resonates outside of you. So all of these religions are saying the same thing in different languages. So if I'm born speaking English, I don't speak Arabic. I don't speak Haitian. I don't speak Russian. But however, they have the same way of communicating, some of the same feelings and expressions that we have. So at some point, we have to get away from the whole idealizing, Jesus, help me. No, you got to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, you have to get to the point to where you say, I am taking control of what's going on around me. Ain't nobody going to pick up the phone and control what's going on around me. Ain't nothing outside of me going to control me. But once I control me, I'm connected to everything. You connected to all the resources, air. You breathe air that comes from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We hey, all of this blaming, I'm the victim. Hey, man, at some point it have to be over with. It have to be over with because anybody that becomes powerful might abuse their power. We have presidents, kings and queens. Policemen.
Everybody who's powerful abuses power.
They're gonna abuse their power. They're gonna abuse it. And I'm not saying everybody that's under that banner is gonna, but somebody is. The majority are. The majority. You make anybody too powerful, at some point they're gonna, I have more money for you. You should listen to me. This is the way it works. This is what we in.
Cassie was talking about her friend, how her friend denied. She was talking about, he was creeped out. He was trying to mess with my friend, but somehow she said no. She said no.
There we go.
Whoa.
There we
Just
go.
think about that. And it was free will at that point. So if I'm like, hey, man, I want you to do this sex party, she's choosing the porn stars. She's choosing them. Oh, yeah, I like, he had me doped up, or you were taking drugs. You were taking drugs. Once again, all these people in Hollywood, they're junkies. You hear me? It's a state of addiction right now. You hear me? Most people right now is junkies, junkied out, some type of pill, something, some type of substance to get away from reality. So the fact of the matter is you do have free will in most of the things that you choose to do. And the victim thing is well overrated. These are very powerful men. You was trying to get your music career popping. You hear me? And you said every time, you damn near was willing to do anything. You hear me? And you were enjoying these sexual parties just as much as he was. These are rich, powerful men. You know how they get down. Everybody know how they get down. Hey, Tigger came to the club that I used to own, man. These quarter piece women, like, where is these women? How did they know he was here? I didn't even know he was going to be here. This is my club. You hear me? But they know he's there. They're chasing the RVs and 10-degree weather. Oh man, it was amazing.
So woman chase an RV in 10-degree weather.
Yeah.
And you stop the RV and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna let her get in.
Yeah. she can say, he used his power against me.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
You running down the street to get in the RV. You get in the RV, somebody say, hey man, you want a drink? You want a drink? Hey, here, hit this blunt. You want to smoke? She drinking, she smoke. You say, hey man, put this in.
They got the party favors. They got the party favors.
You say, put this in your mouth. You say, oh, hell, you own it.
Yeah.
Did he abuse you?
Is that sexual assault?
Oh my God. Hey, this is the question.
It's the toxic war on masculinity right now. They're demonizing men, basically.
Their expression is being demonized. There are people that end up in court that they say, be quiet. You can't talk about what you're in court for, because they don't want to hear the whole story. They just want to hear you say something incriminating. This is why people be quiet. They don't want to hear the whole story. They just want to hear something that makes or paints a certain image. But the whole time, nobody wants to get out the whole story. How did it get to where we are now? Like, you know what I'm saying? It got there somehow. So if people make you be quiet and you don't know the whole story, if the story get painted, then it can seem any kind of way. Like I said,
it's real
yeah.
SA victims,
Yeah,
real sexual
it's
assault
real.
victims.
And
They were
not knocking it.
jogging.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
jogging.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they in the van.
Yeah.
They on the
come
island.
There we go.
You hear me?
Hey,
They're
for
performing
real.
sexual favors
Yeah.
against their will, intent. You know,
Yeah.
against their will. There are real sexual assault victims, but
SA.
these people.
Yeah, SA, yeah.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah,
Bro.
I know. There we go. We
Yeah.
get this world.
Yeah, SA, excuse me. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, brother. So it's this thing called free will. Like you seen how the celebrities, how the women act when the celebrities pull up. You hear me? They're more even the men too. They're more happy to see their grandparents they haven't seen for 10 or 20 years, you know. Hey, that's LeBron James. Or that's P. Diddy or Will Smith. Now you talk about they freak dick parties that that most likely you chose to go in. Like I said, if you were jogging and then they kidnapped you when you were in the van and you woke up in this party, that's different. But if you intentionally and wanted to be in their presence, man, I don't know what to say. What you think about that, man? Because it's gone beyond measure, man.
I mean, that's real. When in society nowadays where people say, I like being choked, and then you get to choking them, you know, you get that bull, you choking them, and some people love it to life. And you get somebody else, they say, oh, choke me, slap me. And then you do it, and then 5 years later, they say, hey, he choked me and slapped me. Whoa. You know, it's just like,
and you're masculine, you're a man, you're slapping a woman, you're choking a woman.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I'm just shout out to the very wealthy people. Just to help y'all out. Even though being wealthy and going to heaven has the chance of a needle going through a camel's eye, as they say, but just to the extent, I see why some of them say they wanted it. Like I do literally see. Like, because all these people that's talking about it, I think he has probably done some pretty up things in this world. But I can't say I haven't. I can't say the next. Not at the point we all live under the same, we all in the same rat race, as they say. We all in the same cage, shit hitting this guy, you know what I'm saying, this running wheel. We all get up and run as hard as some of us get up and run as hard as we can, do whatever, you know, some don't. However, but the ones that don't, if you one of the ones that do, it's easy to look at a have-not or somebody that hasn't done or hasn't, maybe you just had an opportunity they didn't have. But it's easy to get it twisted and say, hey, they wanted it. I have this power. I'm the boss. Man, do you know how many bosses are at jobs or in office that get power over people, and based on this person's work position title, you know how many lawyers he hitting all the secretaries that's in office. You know how many people out there are using power to do all type of different things. Like the fact that we go to work every day, somebody's in authority over you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much to look at as far as that. But this Diddy thing, yeah, man, like I think it's funny. It's hilarious that we can get on social media and crucify Diddy, you know. Like I say, I think dude has done. When I check his track record, I done seen a lot of shady shit. I done seen a lot happen around. So I'm not, but it could be the industry. It could be Diddy. I'm just wanting to say, man, we got to come up. You got to come up with, they say even a genius asks questions. We got to ask the proper questions so we can find the proper answers. But if we already got the solution or we already got the answer in our head, then you're never going to find the correct answer. You got to be open to hearing, you know what I'm saying? You got to be open to hearing the arguments, the things in order to get to the truth. But I say that truth is hard to, you know, it's not hard to find. And I say in his case, these people coming up with all this just because Cassie got the courage to say, hey, Diddy, you know, He did all this stuff. She got a lawsuit in which I heard the insurance company for his company paid the lawsuit. I heard it wasn't exactly Diddy who paid this lawsuit for Cassie, but it gave other people say it's a money grab now. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? People had to see what was happening after that. Now it's a money grab. Yeah. When she filed it, now it's a money grab. But if he was really this ruthless booty bandit, like the booty bandit in prison, we put him all out there. Everybody was on the booty bandit. You know, and he out of jail now. We talked about the booty bandit that was locked up. But if Diddy's the booty bandit, why has it been so long, him and the R. Kellys? Only when it's a money grab do people come up and stand up. So that's the only problem. That's the only issue that I see there. If somebody's broke and they rape you, it's rape. Lock that. They broke and they took it. But if they wealthy or rich, you know, you can't rape my child and it's a payoff situation. Dirt, I'm gonna throw it to you there on that Back Daddy. Sport business.
I can dig it, man. Classism, like I say, why is it the wealthy men, a low class person? Oh, yes, that's the next horrifying step next to murder. Rape will come next. So I think that would be reported instantly. You know what I mean? Versus 30 years. Look at Bill Cosby. 30 years ago, was it consensual or was it unwilling? You know, so these are the questions, man. And it's not about this is they in the court, they paying the lawyer fees, they paying the court fees. So the court's winning anyways. Now the man has to maintain his innocence or guiltiness, or whatever it is. But you know, it's a toxic war on masculinity. And who do they use to start off any campaign? They use black men. You hear me? Black men. You know, Harvey Weinstein didn't get this much publicity. You know, what's the guy? Epstein didn't get this much publicity. You hear me? Who has the gypsy chick, Gypsy, whatever her name is, on the haunted island, like I say, where people were jogging and they really were jogging, and next thing they know, they're in the van and they're getting real sexual assault, where they didn't know anything about it. This was unwilling. They weren't consenting to any of it. You hear me? So I say we're in a very troubling times, man. And like you said, it's a money grab. Hell, the men is even in on it. I'm like, God damn, bro, what? How? Hey, it ain't no way you could have.
Hey, man.
I don't care
how much money.
I'm finna try to put these hands on you.
I know.
Hey, man, get away from me with that shit, man.
I know a man that got some dome from a man. He tried to hide it for years. Yeah. He tried to until he seen the man. Yeah. And he's like, hey, I'm finna hug it. Like he couldn't control himself. Yeah. But you talking about a true essay. Yeah. A true essay. Yeah. These people are literally coming out as men for money, saying, oh, hey, he broke me off something. Brother, you know how hard this is for men to admit. There are so many DLs. There's so many brothers out there. Hey, shout out to y'all. Yeah. Like we done seen some of them season 1. We done seen some of them live in person. I done got messages from people that I don't know what they do in their personal, but whatever they do, I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, hey, it is.
Where's that? Yo, hey, man, it's 3 a.m, man. What are you talking about?
Hey,
get the fuck off of my line, man.
Hey, squad business.
Your motherfucking teeth,
hey,
man.
Squad business.
For real.
Squad business. Hey, but it is what it is. So imagine that's the only reason I say have to be a money grab. Because why would these men be coming out after all this? It took a woman. Shout out to all the women. Recognize your power. Like, recognize your power. A woman stood up, said one thing, all the men followed. And we want to get a club popping. You get women there. Men follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he's saying is real. The woman said something. Now the man saying, me too.
Me too. The Me Too movement is for women, I thought.
Me too.
Me too. What?
Me too.
This is this isn't you can't play female sports, man. You're a man, or can you?
Or can you?
So like I say, this what is it? This gender ideology that they're pushing off from the top tier to this isn't a grassroots movement. All this ideology, this toxic masculinity that they're pushing off on they're using people's spouses. You hear me? These aren't, they used to use victims that was just a one night. Now they're using people's act. This was my girlfriend for 8 years. You know, whatever sexual deviancy we had going on in our bedroom should be our business. But now it's a toxic war on masculinity. So, yeah, he against my will. Man, come on. You could have left. You could have left. But you were enjoying this luxurious lifestyle, $1 million, not $1 million, mega 100, 200, 300 billion dollar lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's hard to leave that. You know, it's damn near impossible. We get it. You know, but the victim shit is overrated to me.
Well,
you know, that's my little piece on it, man. I can't speak on it no more. It's giving me a headache, bro. That the men is acting like this, man.
Oh,
damn,
gosh, what's
Jesus
wrong with you,
Christ.
man? I want to, yeah, we want to,
Hakeem
yeah.
lying, man.
Yeah,
goddamn, bro.
Hey, bro, hit us up. You need to pull up, bro. You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Tell us about it, bro.
We'll listen.
We want to hear about it, but I forgot.
With the uncritical ear.
You in court. You can't talk about it. God damn, bro. Squad business, man. Like, you know, I thought we the people. Where the fuck is we the people? Like, we the people where we, yeah, but we can't speak. Once it go there, we can't say nothing about anything. It's like, be quiet. Your freedom isn't, you know, but shout out to all the people who say we free. Yeah, we're really, yeah, we really there.
Free air. If that ain't even free, we got to put on masks now. We had to. It's nothing is free except thought in America. Free thought,
and that's not even free because you've been taught what to think from jump.
Yeah.
From the dribble, from the dribble.
We barely can say what we want to on social media without getting chastised.
You can't. Essay.
Yeah,
right? A man places his cucumber in your exit, and you have to watch what you say to speak. I say the only place people can go now and speak, bro, is when you know testify. When you go here, you used to testify in church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This used to be but we just on some, you know, the timing we're at to speak, but we don't think we're in an organized matrix. We don't think that we're living somewhat of an illusion, but I say it's sales. It's all type of possibilities that's there. However, your mind triggers a lot of those possibilities, and the things that hurt to deal with, people don't really want to deal with. Yeah, so I can give people a breakdown on what Diddy's these things that's coming up. It's a money grab. He can pay all those situations away. It's just a testament on if he's willing to reach that deep to pay. He might say, fuck it. Oh, hell no. They was following the tour bus. We stopped the tour bus. They got in. Yeah, hey, it was a few party favors who was having fun. Hell yeah, we ran. But he not going to even want to say what really happened. I didn't have some things in my life in them nights where I don't really want to talk about what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to discuss to my lady the boys' nights we didn't had in the past.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real life, everything you don't tell mama. Like, or you it's certain things that exist out here in this world, but because when it comes to money, Anthony Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves, same thing. He's facing something where he got somebody pregnant. He said, you get an abortion, hey man, you gonna turn this to something else? She showed the text message. It almost looked like he's saying, hey, get rid of. So now the people who say get rid of the baby. So now the people who say she was pregnant, now you're trying to tell her what to do with her body. Now he got to face all these people. Why did you do this? Hey man, people are living life. You know, if you drunk and intoxicated, somebody jump on your tour bus. Like, goddamn, you wasn't here on the tour bus. Why you following the tour bus like that? oh, because I'm Diddy, which I'm gonna buck you in your fast.
Yeah.
Like this is, you know, when you can dribble both sides, I say, hey, I see both, I see all sides of it. See all sides of it. I see the person who was thinking, yeah, I'm glamorizing this person. I thought I was gonna get something out of it. I ain't getting nothing but a swole shoot. Especially if you're a man, you know, you're like, oh hell no.
It's promised to be a record
Oh,
career, a
come
magnificent
on.
career.
Come on.
My
Man,
albums was flopping.
man, we got people who look at us like now, not even on these people level. It's, hey, you know, it is what it is. Do you start at some point? They do so much BS. You see so much BS. You start thinking I should do it. You're not even on that. Like technically, Diddy, all these people, Harvey Weinstein, all these people might not even totally been on that, but then they start seeing how little people are wanting to do, but how much they want, and it turns them into, oh yeah, like you start. It's certain. It's weird. It's weird in the world, but I say these energies. If we don't start learning better, how can we do? It's the only thing I can say about it. You know, you can see clear through all of it. It's highly weird. It is highly
weird. And you know what you're signing up for. You know, nobody going to that industry. You hear me? What does he talk about? Tyler Perry, man. Hey, man, you want to be in a Tyler Perry movie, man? Hey, you got to bust down. You hear me? Or whatever you got to do. You hear me? You want to? Harvey Weinstein said, "Hey, you want to be in this movie? You hear me? Hey, man, that's crazy." Is it abuse of power? You know, power corrupts absolutely, and absolute power corrupts. So people in positions of power, especially absolute power, are going to abuse it absolutely. So, matter of fact, this is the main reason you wanted to be around them, because they were very powerful people. And now you're complaining, oh, he's too powerful. I didn't have a say so in the matter. That's not gonna fly with me if I'm in the jury. That's not gonna fly with me. But they're gonna probably get people who always consider themselves victims. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a jury of nothing but women. You hear me? You hear me? That if I'm the prosecutor in Diddy's trial, I'm getting all 12 juries with straight women. You hear me? Rejected actors, you hear me? Song people who had careers who are automatically going to side with the women, because I don't, I figure she had a choice, just like she had a choice to leave Diddy, you hear me, and get married.
Question for you, God, buddy.
Yeah.
Would the women side with the men who said they and we just talk about a difference of thinking to all the men and women out there? It's no shot, no direction, but just a question for you, God. Like, would the women side with the men who the grown men, not the little boys, not the ones that were young, the grown men who saying Diddy took advantage of me? Would the women side with these dudes too?
I would say yeah, man, because now the women used to be the main one who, their gaydars used to be on. Now they're telling you all the horrific stories that they're doing. I think he's homosexual. Well, you sitting here with a dildo. You playing with him with a dildo. You licking on his ass. You doing all the stuff. He's got his legs up in the air like a woman, or he's on all fours, and you vandalizing him basically. I think he's gay. You know he's gay. You know what I mean? So you knew this from Jump Street. So I think they would side with him just to plead their case. Anything that'll make their case stronger. He's doing men too. Look at him, so that'll make him look like an even bigger monster. So I think they would definitely side with it.
But there's a show out there called Obsession. And in this show Obsession, there's a girl who marries a man. She starts having sex with the man's father, but she tells him his rules. During these rules of why she's having sex with the father, they keep having an ongoing relationship where she's sneaking off. She at the hotel with her husband. He ended up marrying her. She at the hotel with him. The father texted her because he obsessed with her now. He's obsessed. He can't stop messing with this female. He ignoring his wife. He on out. At the end of the day, the son end up catching his wife and the father in action.
We gotta check this out.
Obsession. He catches them in action. So when he catch him in action, he back up and the daddy say, hey, son, he try to stop him. He upstairs where they was doing what they was doing was an apartment. It was way upstairs. He fall back and fall off the balcony and die. Like, and the woman, like, damn, like, I can't never see. She walk away, like, she used to doing this. But come to find out, the mama knew that her son been having with his daughter, with the sister. So brother, she was basically coming up since a young girl. Her brother was molested. So this was like a repeat thing in her mind. And I thought about it and I say, damn, bro, even myself, most men have some type of sexual addiction, a lot of them. And when I look at it, I say it is weird because even in my time, when I think of the young boys, it's like, it's hard for me to even give them goals because when I was 13, dude named Hollywood in North Dallas, I will say, speak again, everybody who went to Forest Meadow Junior High, they know about this situation. Yeah, Curtis is bright. There's a few cats I know out there, but in the day, there's a dude named Hollywood. His son was named BJ at the time. He got to be a grown dude now too. BJ invited us to his house for a birthday party. Bro, I wake up like had to be about 4 a.m. His daddy, like Hollywood, face to face with me. He a little small motherfucker with like a perm in his head. Motherfucker like face to face with me, bro. I'm 13, like 4 something in the morning. I open my eyes, motherfucker like he finna kiss me. I say, bitch, I get up. Like, bitch ass nigga, what the fuck up with you? And then some few other cats woke up. I said, this bitch ass nigga trying to kiss. I stole the nigga and we all, like, by 3 niggas jumped him in there. We left his house 4 a.m. But when I thought about it, I say, damn, bro, a lot of this weird shit does it. You never know where you sending your kids to, different stuff. Like, now in my case, people looked at it like, hey, he'll do something. Like it end up a different type of way, but all in all, people have to be more careful, bro. And I forgot about that situation. So I was actually speaking with a girl who was speaking. I say, damn, mother start looking at you when you're young. They start looking at you more like they draw you towards the gangster image. They draw you more towards the other type of images. So we have to be careful of what image we paint ourselves into because we push ourselves in them directions. Like, don't be in the box, be outside of the box. But it's difficult to teach people that when your spirituality is created in a box, everything you do has a limitation on it. So at some point, it's designed for you to take them limitations off of whatever they call self. You know, I try not to say self too much because it does turn like selfish. Like, you don't really care. Like, you care so much. I think we all I'm tired of being crucified. I damn near feel like I've been crucified in so many lifetimes, so many whatever. It's like, hey, man, enough. No, we're not doing that. You're not going to ride the strong because you're weak. If you're weak, you're going to do what it takes to get stronger. No, hell no. You're not going to ride me because you're strong. Because you think someone's strong. No, we're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you can get stronger if you're weak. You can do that. You can get stronger if you're weak. Shit, let's grow. Like, you know, but everybody can't be the reason. At some point, shit, you have to accept accountability. If I'm 13 and I ain't say, man, this man molested me, I sat down. I didn't sit down, but it could have been some people where that situation would have been different. Now, I forgot about it in my subconscious. Somewhere in my conscious, I forgot about it, but the subconscious never forget. Like, it don't never forget. Some people just do get scared to say something. Oh, somebody might think that I'm like this if you even speak on it. Nah, you know, we got to be out of them days. Hey, because the youth, they not worried about none of that. They doing all of that. The boys, girl, like, they different, but they're in a good place. I think they're in a great place. At least they not boxed in. They're at a point where when they take the caps off of theirs, they're going to be unlimited, for real. You know, as long as we boxed in and we think we got the answers, we ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely.
That's my code. Word life.
Absolutely, man. We have been taught how to think instead of, we've been taught what to think instead of how to think. So we got every type of indoctrination placed on us, from eating to religion to education to the monetary system to even relationships. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. You just we all in one big box. So a free thinking individual, and then you're dealing with a control freak or something of that nature. It's a power, it's a authority, and there's authorized. So once you break yourself or start thinking outside of the box, then you can free yourselves of these indoctrinations, man. But basically, this victim stuff is overrated, man. So in closing, we got to do better. We got to teach our children better. And look, it's not even the kids. We can just, okay, he's a kid. But the adults are saying that, man, if you're a man, a grown man can't sexually assault you unless you let him, unless he physically overpowers you and man, it's just you playing for the other team. That's just what it is. Yeah. So even in the women's case, you could have left. Like Cassie, she left. Now she got another husband. Why did it take 8 years for you to do that? So it's a toxic war against masculinity. We're going through it in our households. You hear me? The women think you're supposed to meet them in some type of emotional state that they're in. It's like me thinking, hey, we're moving this furniture. Pick up the goddamn couch. Shit. Yeah, I'm expecting her to be just as strong as a man lifting the couch. This is a selfish individual. And a lot of the women has grown to think that the relationship is about them, that they're the prize. I know my worth. You know your worth. You raise the bar so high that you'd rather be single than deal with a masculine man. You hear me? Who's gonna tell you, hey, no, you can't wear that right there. You hear me? You can't be, I like this, and that. You need to do this. You hear me? They want to run shit and tell them what to do. So when we at this point in the game, yeah, anybody on the list, I guess everybody who P. Diddy screwed, you hear me? Shit, that's who the prosecutor. Hey, did you have sex with P. Diddy? Did you take drugs? Was it consensual? There's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. You hear me? I'm the prop looking for every fucking woman he fucked. You hear me? Hey, you can just pay this money grab going on. It's the money train. I can see the women getting on it, but the men, hey man, y'all gotta have some fucking nuts, man. Let your nuts hang, man. I'm ashamed of you men on that shit, man. Goddamn. In closing, man, Jesus Christ, man, we appreciate y'all pulling up, man.
I appreciate y'all pulling up. Bro, I wasn't even gonna say nothing in closing until you said something about the women, and I just want to say on the balance. I'm not talking about the women, but P. Diddy got a mama. He got a mama. So I asked the women, the sons that you dating when you're alone, the sons that you're raising. My bad. The sons that you're raising, would you date? No, they damn near becomes, because of the society, damn near becomes that. But the sons that you're raising alone by yourself, would you date that son that you're raising? Like I had to leave on that question. Like the sons that you're raising, P. Diddy was probably in a single parent home, a lot of different stuff. But the sons that y'all are raising by yourself, because the stepfather doesn't really matter the majority of the time. Like, because he like your son too. Like he probably was raised by he probably, you know what I'm saying? Even if he is the best example, the majority, I'm not gonna say all, but the majority is gonna block his energy because that's a child outside of him. So there is that line effect where the male lions come in and they're gonna be king of the jungle. And not saying even if he's trying to eat the other, lion cubs that's not his, he might not even try to be eat, but your energy of protecting them is gonna protect them and put them in harm's way. It's not going to protect them where they can become the greatest side. So the majority of women raise boys that they wouldn't date, but then they want a man that's a man's man. No, that man's man, you're not going to be able to be his his mother, and your son's mother too, especially when you're not even raising the son, but you want to raise the man you're around. We end up in a world full of P. Diddy's, people who are on this. But That's my cousin's statement. You know, I just had to ask that question for y'all new
True.
catches on the next bound. With
That's true.
the men you raising, would you date them?
That's true, brother.
Yeah,
They definitely it's in the Willie Lynch letter. Teach him to be physically strong and mentally weak. I'm calling my mom every day. Mom, I ain't like exploit. Come on, women is on the need to know basis. So in closing, man, we appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here and y'all messing with us. Salute. This is crazy.